You can on an iBook or something? Probably. It's true. It's true. I'm still really old-fashioned. I know it's sort of like Kindle. Kindle. Yeah. Is that what they're called? Yeah. Kindle. I really feel like everybody's moving towards the electronic book, but I still really love the paper and the paper cuts in the book. Yeah. I know. It's gone though. It's gonna leave. It's not gonna be around for a long time.
Okay.
But yeah.
Let's do 2 more questions, Jane.
My friends and I, we kind of joke about a list of artists that we feel like made good music until they got happy.
Yeah.
And you guys have made really fantastic music from like really bad places you've been in personally.
Yeah.
And it really sucks, to have to go through those things, but I just wonder, if you end up in a place where you feel happy and well adjusted, do you feel like you can make stuff that's that intense?
I have to get back to you when I feel that way. I'm not sure that there's been a time in our life where we would have classified ourselves as happy or well-adjusted, but I do think hypothetically, it's not that people can't write great music when they're happy. I think people are busy doing other things, and that's why they're happy. Art can be a bit of a black hole. So, but I think in our history, we've always chosen to write records when we feel absolutely miserable. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think you can write it when you're happy too, though.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm gonna pick someone from the back. I feel like I'm favoring right in the back. Yes, you. Yeah, you. Hi.
I was wondering if you guys have any favorite venues you like when you're planning a tour, if there's any venues you like, you're going to some cities, you try to go to them and get disappointed if they're not available, and go somewhere else.
Yes, the
Do
question.
we have favorite
venues where we like to play, those types of things.
Calgary, this venue right
Yeah.
now.
I was actually going to say that no matter what happens, whether you like a venue or you don't, it's about the audience. You can want to play a venue, for example, the Grand Ole Opry, very famous, Nashville. If you don't have a good audience, you can be super bummed out on a show. So I always find that the best shows come when you have a fantastic audience.
It's on your shoulders.
It's really on your shoulders.
Seriously.
It's really
get with it.
We have this thing where okay, it's just funny. I was gonna ... But I was gonna say that every once in a while we'll show up to a venue and it's the worst room and you have a terrible soundtrack and then you'll have the best show.
Yep.
Yeah, just because the audience is fantastic. Yep, down here right front. Yep, wait, yep, you. Nope. Oh, but I want to pick you now, but no, up behind you. Yeah, you. I thought you were going to say that you know us too, and I was like, oh God, no. It's really happening. Yeah. Our favorite nostalgic moment for Calgary, I mean, honestly, we had such an amazing childhood, and here, leaving Calgary was part of our life journey, but honestly, everything about Calgary a couple of our friends recently have moved back here temporarily. I'm saying that for their own sake. Because A, they're not allowed to stay here, and B, they'll probably drop dead if I was implied in any way they're staying. But in any case, they are back, and all they talk about is one text after another, Calgary's dripping in nostalgia. It's everywhere we go we have memories. We were very active teenagers. We were hanging out here and there and going here and there and saw concerts and skiing and pubs. Did all sorts of craziness. And so we have a lot of great memories, and we moved a lot, so we saw a lot of the city while we were here. So I can't pin down one thing. But this morning I was going through photo albums, and I was looking specifically from 1987 to 1989, and those were great years in Calgary. I mean, it was a boom, and we won the Stanley Cup. I remember we got the Olympics, and we had awesome 80s hair, and collectively we were, I think, just totally awesome. And so I couldn't pin down one thing or another, but I did go to Peter's Drive-In today, and I felt like a lot of memories came back. Yeah. So, Sarah, do you have a specific memory?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I was walking around as well today and going to all the places that we used to go as kids, but we used to spend a lot of time walking around downtown on 17th and near the river, and my dad used to take us to St. Mary's. He used to call it the nunnery, and maybe that's actually what it's called. But anyway, I was also thinking a lot about Fish Creek, and I was thinking about Riley Park and how much we used to love that when we were kids. Does that exist still?
Yeah.
Riley Park, yeah, I remember that a lot. And I made a joke last night. Marlboro Mall, spent a lot of time there. Used to work at A&B Sound. Pretty sad that's done. And worked at the zoo as well. Don't know if that's common knowledge. I lasted about 3 weeks. And worked at Robin's Donuts on 16th Avenue. Does that still exist?
No.
Are you kidding? What happened?
Everywhere you worked closed down except for Tim Hortons happened.
Okay. I worked at Robin's Donuts. I do know how to make a jelly donut, and yeah. So I mean, same as you. Would you say that's what she said? Wow. I know how to make a jelly donut. That's repulsive. I don't even know what that could possibly be used for.
I'm not going to explain it to you. Let's just do 2 more and then let's rock this shit out and finish this night, right? Yes, you right there in the blue.
There's one moment that you define as needed.
Every day that I wake up when I want. Every night when I stand in front of an audience, like.
I was going to say that there was a moment with Tegan, because we've done lots of really fantastic stuff together, but we were on Jay Leno. It was for the con. We didn't do Jay Leno obviously for the last record, but I remember we'd done a lot of TV to this point. We had done Letterman a few times. We did Conan. We'd done all these things. But I remember when we did Leno, because they have an actual curtain that comes across the stage, so it's unlike any other TV show where when you are about to be on the show, you actually have to walk out and there's a curtain in front of you and you can't see the audience, but you could hear Jay Leno. And I remember being sort of like, oh yeah, professional, we've done this whole TV thing before. But I remember walking out, we were going to play the con, and I remember the producer, the woman who sort of ushered us out on stage, she was like, you're on in 30 seconds. You're gonna be great. And then she walked away, and I looked at Tegan, and I heard Jay Leno be like, giving the pitch, you know, here's this band, and da-da-da-da-da, and I remember my heart racing and looking at Tegan and being like, from fucking Jay Leno! Holy shit! Like, and then the curtain opened, and we were on Jay Leno, and it was like, that was a big moment, and I remember thinking, like, I
felt that way when we were on Mike Bullard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take more from the back only because I'm favoring the front. Okay, yeah, you're right there. Gray shirt. Yeah. Sorry. You have our attention now.
When you think you guys will like settle down?
Whoa. When will we settle down? Like get married and have like barefoot and pregnant? Okay, settle down. Step back from the microphone. Sarah just got back into a relationship after like years of being single, so we have to ease her into it.
When will someone make an honest woman out of you?
No. I think, step back. Honestly, it's hard. This lifestyle is really addictive. And sometimes I wonder that myself. My parents had us when they were really young, and like I look at pictures of them when they had us, and I look at us like when we were teenagers, and I'm practically the age that my parents were when we were teenagers, like practically. I'm starting to get close to that crossover period where like there's no point unless I adopt a 15-year-old that I'll ever have the experience that my parents have. Like I'm like too old, oh god, now it's over. And so there's this part of me that's so addicted to what I do that's okay with me, and then I have points in time where I feel so upset about that, and I think, oh my god, I need to like settle down. And I don't know that I would use the word settle down, but I definitely think about touring less or maybe taking that step forward to have a kid, although all my friends are having kids, and what it does to your body and the stories they tell me, like they're using words like doula and like fucking like explosion and ripped my to my, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, I will never do that to myself ever, no matter what. I'll tire of her again. And so then I think that's how my brain goes, okay, I really want a child that looks like me, so I want it to come out of me, but I don't want it to actually come out of me, so I need to sell a lot more records so I can afford to pay somebody to ruin their body for me. And then this whole, just like with the first part of what I was saying, then this whole other thing happens where like a friend of mine just had a baby and they cast her stomach right before, like weeks before the baby was born. And my girlfriend and I were over there, and we both like put this cast on and then put a shirt over top, and we were like walking around being like, she's an elf like me, and like the two of us were like, we looked so weird, pregnant. Like this baby was so big when it came out, it was like 400 pounds. Like it was like the biggest baby you've ever seen. Its head this big. I was like carrying the baby, and then my girlfriend has the cat. I'm like looking at us, and I'm like, we're gonna be so tired if we ever have a baby because we're so little. We're gonna need, forget the surrogate. We're just gonna need someone. We're gonna have to hire someone to carry the baby for us. Like we're gonna be like, I love you so much, baby. You're too big. I can't carry you. Mommy's so tired all the time. So that really wasn't an answer to your question. Fine young person in the back, second to last row, but I think I'm thinking about it, but not seriously. So, okay, I know I promised only 2 questions, but I feel like that was a weird way to end, so I'm gonna ask one. Oh, I didn't take one from Bucky. Okay, this is officially the last question. You guys have been so patient and wonderful, and this was really fun, so
Really
thank you. Okay, yes, okay.
Looking back 10 years ago, how do you see your career, say, 10 years from then, and how does it differ from now?
That's a great question, by the way. All these questions have been awesome. You guys are great. You've done really well.
I think a lot of you heard that question because you have a very loud public speaking voice without a microphone, and
Very impressive.
but yes, the answer to your question is that 10 years ago, I was just hopeful that that we would have a career. So the fact that the career is what it is, I mean, it's gone way beyond what Tegan and I really hoped
I
for.
have no idea.
We didn't really have any idea. I mean, this sounds really silly, but I'm being serious. When we started our career, there was no internet.
Okay, that's not true. There was internet.
Okay,
We
there was
just
no
weren't-
internet that we had. Like, what
Yeah.
you did on the internet was go in chat rooms and be like, and like, you know, like whatever. You didn't.
There wasn't even LOL yet.
No, lol was not even in existence. Nobody even had this. And so we didn't really know exactly, like basically the idea of a career was what other people had. Like we didn't really imagine ourselves as having a career. So it was almost like we almost had a career before we even understood what a career really was. So it's much easier for me now to project into the future. And we are very, we're the type of people that definitely talk about things like 5-year plans and 10-year plans. And
Except when it comes to having babies.
except babies, that's a little bit, you gotta, you know.
I just hope I accidentally get pregnant and I have the baby.
Right.
And the work to do it when you're gay, like I just look at my girlfriend
Tegan
and I'm
just
like,
wants
can you
to-
just get pregnant? Don't tell me how it happened. Don't become friends with me. Show up pregnant. That
You
works for
basically
me.
want it to be like when we were kids in Easter, like you want to wake up on Easter morning and then there's a baby in a basket hanging from your.
Yes, I want my girlfriend to be like, just so you know I've been keeping it from you, but I had the baby last night. It's all done.
And then it's already 20.
Yeah, awesome. No, I want to raise it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not want to abandon them during their childhood. I just want it to be there one morning. And all this stuff too. All the stuff to be there. The cradle and the chair that rocks and like.
You're I imagine famous men like Tommy V, like he's just like, oh shit. I woke up and there was a fucking crib and a baby Okay, I'm just gonna finish your question. I hope that in some way this is still happening in 10 years. If it's this, or if it's bigger, or if it's even smaller, as long as we're happy, which we are, and as long as we're
But not happy enough because we're so ready to talk.
as long as we're happy but sad at the same time, and I'm able to pay my bills. I mean, honestly, this is working for me. But who knows when you have kids and when you get older and Armageddon happens and you're just fighting for survival and you're just rubbing sticks together to make fire. I don't know what I want, you know. But you guys have been amazing, and I sort of feel like we should probably just move back to the music part. But again, like as I have all the lights on and I can make eye contact with you. Most of you seem like you're really enjoying yourselves, and I can't tell you what a privilege it is to be able to get up every night and do what we do, and you are responsible for that, even those of you that got free tickets and are related to us. It's still part of a bigger thing, and we appreciate it, and we never get sick of it, and we also we never take it for granted.
So thank you for being here. Give yourselves a round of applause.